KSI is embroiled in two feuds right now. One that can lead to a couple pretty weird diss tracks, and another that can lead to his dick getting turned into a inside of a boxing ring. Teen Project, friggin' dope, KSI, friggin' yeah!
Welcome to the Dean Project Show. My name is Munchie, the straight edge Nutcracker, and you should probably hit that like as I introduce your high host, Dan Frampton!
Friggin' dope, Munchie.
Friggin' dope, Dan.
Whoa, okay. We have to travel back to the Staples Center for KSI versus Logan Paul for this one. This was the night YouTubers headlined a boxing card, a professional boxing card, 8-ounce gloves, no headgear, boxing. This shit was a pretty big deal, and Ricegum wanted to be seen there, of course, Ricegum, and Ricegum was like, okay, I'm gonna go to this thing. I've done some music with KSI in the past, but I'm gonna ask Logan Paul, his adversary in this match, for some tickets. Anyway, he goes to the match on Logan Paul's side of the thing, okay? That's where the tension starts to build. And Ricegum says, yeah, sure, I went with Logan Paul, but I was supporting you, KSI, obviously. I went with my American because you're British. And the only American guy on the British side that was there was Keemstar. So, what's the beef? Jake Paul wants to fight KSI. KSI said go out and prove it. Jake Paul did just that. He went out and he fucking proved it. Okay, obviously I think KSI is much cooler than Jake Paul in almost every conceivable way. But when I saw Jake Paul in the ring that one time, I saw a beast. Quite the opposite of what I saw with KSI. Even though KSI beat Jake's fucking brother, I think Jake is a better boxer than all of them put together, and I don't think KSI stands a chance if they get into the ring together. So as little as I like Jake Paul, and as much as I like KSI, I have to say, if I were to make a prediction, if I had to put money down on this thing, I would go with Jake Paul. Jake Paul uses all his cringe to power up his uppercut. If you follow him on his socials, you're bound to see some butts. Okay, so that's the first feud. I think that this one does not go to our boy KSI. But in this next feud, I think KSI has all the skills necessary to squash Ricegum. Because in hip-hop, it's all about swag and attitude, and KSI has that in trumps over Ricegum. So without even trying, I know that KSI has this one. So Ricegum is fighting an uphill battle if he decides to come out with a diss track. But I'm telling you, he kind of has to come out with a diss track, because when he joined Leafy on Drama Alert,
Cyberbullies return.
it was like Ricegum had a lot to say. He had a pretty big mouth. He was like, KSI doesn't have the best songs. No one bumps the KSI. My songs are better. And he also went on about that whole ticket drama from the fight fucking months ago. It was pretty big talk coming from a walking meme. So KSI unfollowed Ricegum on all the fucking platforms and even made a video where he's like, no, I didn't quite unfollow you from everything. And then he went to his Twitter, unfollowed him from his Twitter, and was like, there you go, bruv. Now it's all done. So if Rice doesn't hit back, he looks like a defeated little nerd. So we need diss tracks. We expect diss tracks. Where's the diss tracks? The Ricegum KSI feud seems a little bit scripted, but I love it. Feels like professional wrestling without all that pesky professional wrestling. But seriously, if you combine this diss track rap battle type format with YouTuber boxing, you got a whole new thing. You got wrestling times a million, created by just people in their bedrooms playing video games, playing FIFA with their brothers. And that's pretty fucking sick. So, I don't know, Ricegum and KSI are kind of the perfect example of what I want to talk about here. The YouTube commentary community needs to be viewed more as entertainment rather than factual news, okay? It's more like wrestling than it is like the nightly news. You need the bad guys, those vicious heels, and you also need those good guys, those squeaky clean baby faces, to call out the bad guys for their bullshit. It's not about canceling one another, and if cancel culture wasn't a thing, then we could really go for each other's throats and it could be really entertaining, but that's not the case. In a PG sanitized world, I think that KSI and Ricegum are the perfect good guy, bad guy dichotomy, and KSI, Jake Paul are the perfect good guy, bad guy dichotomy. I think it's brilliant. I love it. It really is like an everybody wins type situation. The good guys win. The bad guys win. The audience wins. We're all happy. Let's make it happen. These are my final thoughts. My final thoughts. My final thoughts. On paper, this looks like douchebaggery, yeah. On paper, it sounds so lame, but I'm here for it, yeah. I'm here for both of these kinds of feuds going forward. On the platform, we need more diss tracks, yeah. People calling each other out for some bullshit, yeah. Recently, KSI called Jake Paul a racist with no facts, but that doesn't matter. That's the kind of shit we need to drive these stories, and it's all just for entertainment. It's for the banter. These are my final thoughts. My final thoughts. My final thoughts. The new professional wrestlers are 136 pounds. You know, if both of these feuds go in KSI's favor, which I don't predict to happen, but if it were to be the case, KSI would undoubtedly be the YouTube king. So what do you guys think of these feuds? Who do you think is going to win? Who's going to come out on top of these things? Do you care? Do you not care? Do you just think it's like internet drama bullshit and you're just like whatever? Or are you as entertained by it as I am? I want to know. Sound off down there in the comments. Thank you for watching that load of horseshit that I call content. If you enjoyed it, scroll on down and just spank a little like on it for me. It helps out the channel a whole lot. It gets this shit out to more eyeballs. Now when I talk about things that most people are like already searching about, like the KSIs and the Jake Pauls and the Ricegums of the world, this kind of video is likely to get buried, and it's likely not to get too many views unless you leave a like, unless you watch it all the way to the end. And thank you so much for making it here all the way to the end. I'm trying to get 20 likes on this video. If I see 20 likes, happy boy, happy Nutcracker, happy band. Dean Project friggin' dope. Press a like, friggin' dope. This is friggin' dope. Patreon, yeah, Dean Project friggin' dope. Press a like, friggin' dope. Then subscribe, friggin' dope. Patreon, friggin' dope. Yeah.